Alright, well, hopefully this is working, because it's not. Oh well. I guess I could check on my phone. Check, check. Well, if it's working, it's not doing a very good job. Alright, well, hopefully this is working, because it's not. Alright, well, you'll hear some latency in the background there. I was playing around with my phone to make sure the audio was working, so. This is last Epoch. I don't know how popular this game is yet, but this is an early access ARPG. I've been playing around in it on and off for a while. Let me turn up the sound a little bit, I guess. But I like it quite a bit. This is a Bladedancer. I call it Blademaster, so whatever. But I'm kind of at end game content. I'm level 87, almost 88, and I'm just grinding for gear. There's nothing else to do in the game right now. I've beaten all the main content that they have so far. It's my first time live broadcasting a game using OBS, I think. So, usually in the past I've tried it with Shadow Play, or I've done it with I have a media capture card. I'm just seeing how this goes. This is kind of a lower level area, but I've kind of leveled this area up enough times by killing this end boss guy and Orbis, and every time you do that, it like increases the strength of the enemies in a level or in the area, and they have like a higher drop chance. So even though it's still level 63 and on level 88, the gear that can drop here is still can be good. I'm just going to make sure that the stream looks okay. Okay, this looks alright. Nobody's watching anyway. I might start live streaming stuff like this more often, because it's something I can do that doesn't require that I blow a bunch of money on hardware.
Easy. Too easy.
Most of the stuff that they drop isn't anything particularly great. Just pick up like crafting materials, and if the items that they drop are purple, that means it'll have at least one stat on it that's like tier 6 or higher, which is something you can't do by crafting. They just have to drop it. So purple gear if possible. Also, green gear is set items, and then orange are like random uniques, although they tend to be, I think I've found all of them quote-unquote unique stuff in the game by this point. Most of it's not that great. It's like most of the good stuff you're going to do by crafting it yourself. So, like my, again, this is kind of a damage over time build. I've got a 1,045% bonus to damage over time. And you can see like, this is the one purple weapon I found for myself. It's only level 54 axe, but it has a 165% bonus to damage over time, which is way higher than you can achieve by crafting it yourself. And then I've got some boots that I picked up. They have like, this class uses dexterity primarily, so the fact that it gets plus 8 dexterity is nice, but the movement speed bonus is kind of cool. It's already got a base of 18%, and then it adds another 23% with the purple stat. So I got a pretty large movement speed bonus. My character's much faster at getting around than I normally am, which is kind of nice when you're trying to dodge things or kite enemies around. It's actually kind of a useful stat, even though it doesn't, you know, give me more damage or anything. And then I have Xerix set gloves. The other items in that set, I've only found the gloves and the boots. I don't know what the third item is, but the gloves give me a high damage over time, and they give me a high dodge rating. But the boots that I found weren't very good, as I recall. They certainly weren't better than what I've got, and they didn't. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the last item is. This really isn't like that useful for my current build, which of course is more damage over time. It does the 50% of that, but the purple stat, the crit chance, isn't super important. I'm not really trying to crit that often. It would be nice if it was purple damage over time or some other stat like that, but it's still nice for me. This helps me get a bigger first hit, and then the damage over time is still, you know, clocking down. I've also been playing around with a sorcerer class, and then there's one called it's called a primalist, which is like a druid or something. Yeah, they're really not dropping anything particularly great. You need to kill a primeval dragon, wherever that is.
Easy.
Alright, says it for that guy. Yeah, they just drop the same things over and over again when it comes to these unique items. I mean, that's like the first unique item I ever found in the game. It doesn't even have a level requirement. That's how kind of low end that is, and for some reason they're dropping it here towards the end of the game. I kind of hope that they screw around with their drop rates and change what can drop where, because it seems kind of dumb to me to pick up, you know, basically beginning of game gear from end game content. That's a 2-man sword, but it's a level 80 sword, so they can definitely drop level appropriate stuff from doing these quests. It's just that usually it's still stuff I end up not being able to use. All 2-handed swords, I can't use 2-handed swords. Whew. Hope everybody's having a great day. Glad tomorrow's Friday.
Yes.
At the point with these, I'll just sell stuff. I've got so much crap in my boxes here of repeat things. I'm kind of putting together stuff for my mage that I think he might benefit from. Like I've got a level 62 staff he can't use yet. I think my mage is level 48 or something. And then this is on level 36. But I've been mostly using the lightning spells with him, but this really improves like the volcanic orb spell. So I've got a bunch of stuff I've been kind of collecting. So. Yeah, no one is watching. Oh, says one person is watching, but it might be me that is watching me on my phone. primalist fluids. Vital Farwood Cowl of Sparks. Neat. This game is a pretty, wild and diverse pool of loot. Level 55. Wand. There's one-handed casting items, two-handed casting items. Sometimes you can actually use like a sword and put casting abilities on it. These little decoys I throw out after they explode and turn into ice to freeze the enemies, it leaves a shadow clone of myself in the space where each one of them blew up at, and then it can do the burst ability, which throws a bunch of daggers around me, and so I can have like 3 of those doing that, and it does a ton of damage. So this throw those out there, they blow out 2 damage, then they set off that, and then it does damage over time afterwards too, so he just bleeds to death in a couple seconds. You see his health is going down from that one little stab. Most of my abilities on this character have built around the whole making shadows and then having them do some kind of damage over time. They added a bunch of new content lately because I haven't seen some of the stuff. Like this Spriggan branch of conflagration, I've not seen Spriggan branches before. Not something I need, but just interesting little pieces of loot again. These guys can still pretty much kill me in one hit if I get stuck in some of their attacks. Very squishy class is the Bladedancer. Kind of a glass cannon concept.
Too easy.
You can kind of zoom in on yourself pretty close if you want, but I don't know how you play the game that way.
Not happening.
Most of this stuff ends up being kind of useless. I just pick up crafting items more than anything else. You don't even need money at this point. ring about 30 times. Alright, keep going.
Yes.
Must be tired. There's all kinds of different skills in this game. Like if you can spec into 5 different skills, but you have a bunch of other ones that you can, like I say, you can pick 5 to spec into or equip anyway at any given time and specialize, and the rest you could switch over and use if you wanted, but they won't be maxed out. And then each one of them has like a sub tree of bonuses you can give each of those skills. So it's really quite like I said, quite an array of options you can go with for your character builds. And really none of it's bad, as long as your gear complements it. And then you have different skill trees. So again, I'm playing Bladedancer. As you level up your character in the game, like you start off as a rogue or one of the other base classes, like I say, with the sorcerer I'm playing, like he starts as a mage, and then later you can choose to become a sorcerer or a spellblade. I think is the other option. And then you have, say with the rogue, you can be the Bladedancer or the marksman, and then later on they're going to add a falconer class to the game. They don't have it in yet. They'll have a pet bird. The marksman uses a bow and arrow, and like I said, the Bladedancer uses dual wield setups. And so you have the option of kind of what you want to go with. So like you have all these points you can spend in your base tree, and each one of them does different things. So depending on what you're doing, you know, you want to pick whatever you think will go best with your gear or your belt or however you want to play your character. And that, so like this gives you more dodging, more poison resistance. This one gives you more dexterity and health, attack speed bonuses. Here you've got like increased melee damage, more damage over time, better chance to or bleed damage, more poison damage, all these different things. So again, depending on what you're going to play as and how you want your gear to work and so forth, you will equip, you know, pick skills accordingly. You can respec in the game pretty much whenever you want, and you can drop skills whenever you want and pick up different ones. But you have to level the skills back up, which doesn't take that long. Like stats can be redistributed any time. You have to pay for it with in-game cash. There's like an NPC you talk to that lets you, you know, pay a certain amount of money for each stat point you want to drop off and then redistribute somewhere else. So there's a little bit of a gold cost, but I have so much money that I could probably do it as many times as I wanted. Which actually I don't think I'm that rich, but I've got like, about going on 2 million gold at this point. I don't know what somebody might consider a lot. I probably would have a lot more if I bothered to pick anything up, but most of the stuff I see is just, you know, like I don't really need it, so. Offhand capitalist. This is like the third time I found this today. It's like the game gets in a rut and just gives you the same things over and over and over again. It's kind of weird.
Easy. Too easy.
Idols are another thing. So you have this section up here for little. They can just give passive bonuses. Like this one gives me a better chance to bleed on hit, increase damage while wielding a sword, etc., etc. Some give you more health, give you resistance to different things. See that actually that sword gives adaptive spell damage bonus, so and a dodge rating bonus, which is kind of nice. But I do spells and I kind of like the stats that are on my current version of that sword. Like I get big damage over time bonus, big physical damage bonus. I get health when I kill stuff, and it has a higher chance to make things bleed, which is all pretty much feeding into my current setup. That's why I don't get new gear that often, because the stuff I find isn't going to really replace what I've got with anything better. point where it takes me a long time to level up. There's a purple item. Hold on a second. Even then, like when I get purple items, them always have some stupid stats. There's something, yeah, like, well, hold on. Dancing strikes. I don't think I use dancing strikes. I've got synchronized strike and shadow cascade, but not dancing strikes. Figures. Wow, that's a nice stat. +3 to dancing strikes and gives 72% increased melee damage. Leeches, damage on hit, increased damage leech as health. But doesn't help with bleeding, doesn't do damage every time, I lose dexterity, etc., etc. That's a nice thing if I had that skill. I do have it, I'm just not using it. My cat is doing it.
Not happening.
Yeah. Go to a higher level area here in a second. Have this little challenge. I'll probably get killed. That'll be fun. Deft serpent base of static. Oh, let's do like if you're doing a poison build, that's pretty nice. 92% increased poison damage. That's nice. Try, like say, jumping back up here. I was up here a little bit earlier. Higher level stuff to be sure. Second here. These enemies will hurt me a lot more, I think. That's pretty good dodge percentage, but still, I will mess my proverbial shit up here from that bit. Wow. I don't know what the hell that was, but just one shot at me. That's stupid. I can't get the bonus in that area, so I'll try something else. Like I say, glass cannon, there's nothing I can do about it. If I get hit, I'm pretty much dead. That's a slight exaggeration, but not really. Certain enemies, like those big undead birds, that whenever they hit you, like it won't let you use abilities for a little bit. Like you just get sort of pseudo stunned, and then they'll just keep doing it.
Not happening.
Alright, well, beat that place. That does some nice things, but ultimately I'm still doing better.
Yes?
Yes?
Take care.
Take care.
So this is the dude here. I was talking about Orbis. If you beat him, it will make the area reset, but it'll become more difficult. But things will drop more gear. He's pretty hard even on the easy levels though, so I don't think I'd be beating him at level 85 just yet. My gear, from what I understand, talking to other players, my stuff still sucks, so there's better gear out there. kind of gross, like a giant worm inside of a dead bird goat thing. Yeah. Creepy. Shrines of worship drop a bunch of these idols. They're usually crappy. Dodge ring.
No. Nothing. Not now.
Oh my! That's really adorable when it drops a purple item, then the game just screws you. Thank you, game. Thank you. That's really fair. Much you can do about it. Like I say, dodging is just as much about a stat as is getting out of the way. And if the game decides you didn't dodge, it just decides you didn't dodge. There's probably nothing I could use anyway, but just whatever. They've changed the whole stage. Now it's doing like fire towers. That's why stuff keeps falling from the sky. And dying anyway. These things are hitting way too hard.
Not happening.
One of those things that killed me around here before. Let's see. Well, actually, I don't think it is the same thing. It's like the mini boss. Got nothing value here. First purple item I dropped in a while, and it auto pops me, so I can't pick it up.
Not happening.
This isn't gonna go well. This is fucking stupid. Whatever. Well, you can see how much harder this area is than like the area I was in before. It's just any one of these things can kill me in one hit. I don't really know. Like I said, I don't know what I can do about it. I have the best gear I could possibly get until the game decides I can get something better. So, whatever.
Not happening. Too easy.
Look at this shit. Like one little fucking shuriken, and it's like a third to half of my health is gone. Like something you have no possible way of dodging.
Easy. Too easy.
I've seen that before. It doesn't look like it's something I can do this on this class, but my sorcerer probably use it. Or will be at some point. Level 40. No, that's for the Acolyte, which is like a definition class. I have one, but it's not half open set yet. Oh my god, leave me alone. That's a caster, right?
Not happening.
Trying to get that level up. Been knocking on the door of that for a while. Jesus, again, like that's a regular enemy. Took off half my health with just one basic attack, but there's just nothing you can do to improve me. But then surviving there in this class is like, alright, I got that one. What's up, buddy? You won't beat it, right? Go ahead. Go ahead. There, that's what it says. Okay. You wild boy. He is a wild kitty. Tired old kitty.
Yes.
Yes.
That's not particularly useful. I haven't seen them add any higher level rogue armor in a while, which would be nice if they do that. Like that's level 66, what I've got's on level 58, but it just has good stats. But it's like I'd like to see some level 80 plus armor where I might be able to find something better. They have kind of like these ranges too, where it's like the level 58 stuff will all give like some kind of, you can see it says 136 armor and 22% dodge bonus. So like all these level 58 pieces will get some kind of dodge bonus rating, and then they'll be like the next tier up might have a higher base armor, but it'll have a different bonus, so it may have something less useful than a dodge rating. So it's like sometimes, even though it's higher level, it's not as good because of that. So this is for Acolyte, so I'll just throw that in the random of shite. Let's see, it's damage over time, damage over time, damage over time. I don't think I need that. Go with dodge rating there. Physical resistance.
Yes.
Haven't seen like a better helmet really than what I've got in a long time either. That's only level 63, but again, does the damage over time bonus. Next step up, which this is level 70, does critical strike multiplier. Well, I don't want critical strike multiplier if I'm trying to do damage over time. So, you see my dilemma. This is Canyon Stronghold, it says. Slay enemies. Okay. He's a big tired kitty. Let's see. Yeah. whenever they do the like the update that unlocks the Falconer class, I might start over with a different ranger and try that out. See if that's any better. Minions in this game can be nice to have because they distract enemies and you can just kind of sit back and buff your minion, or it might just be strong enough to just kill all the enemies by itself. All you gotta do is sit there and watch it pretty much. Like with the Primalist, he has a pet bear that's really tanky and just pretty much doesn't die if you pump it up right. There's some unique items that will massively improve the stats of your minions, like this huge armor and health bonus. And then if you use some of the skills for the bear tree line, you really massively increase the bear. Oh, we're gonna hear that's before. Come on. Fiery dragon shoes. Increased movement, increased ignite effect, fire damage increase, fire resistance. Chance to cast fire trail when you are crit. 90 armor. Interesting. Like if you were doing fire damage build, then that would be a pretty nice set of boots for that. Both let you do a lot of fire offense bonuses and resistance to fire. But I am not doing that. I actually was doing fire at one point, so of course, that's where it goes. I have some kind of a katana still stored somewhere that is really based around fire. Probably won't have to change that much if I want to use it, but really the boots I have are pretty good anyway. Chance to chill. Yeah, chill out. Nice bleed, dodge rating of hit recently. And those large ones. Yeah, it's not going to be better than I've got. I don't have anything to put them in. This area is pretty nasty. You see all these. That guy Matt flailing out. These worms get run through these jumps around the wheel. Pretty nasty.
Not happening.
Like they're still dropping like level 20 stuff. And level 85 zones. Seems like there should be like a minimum of a certain level for gear to be that gets dropped in high level zones like this. It's like, what's the point of dropping stuff you could use at level 5? Rider of Loathing. 7% damage over time, but their stats for Flurry, and I don't use Flurry. Increased physical damage over time. And both of physical, it says. Let's try not to die.
Easy. Too easy.
That one. Easy, too easy, and then took a one shot and like half a second later. Oh, it wasn't too easy.
Not happening.
Water enemies.
Not happening.
You're good, man. They won't drop anything good. Oh, let's see. Level 71X. It's void damage. Interesting. Alright, I think I'm going to cut it for the night. Appreciate everybody watching. Hope people enjoyed the stream. If anybody watched it, which doesn't look like anybody did. So, it's just me and the cat. But that said, I'll have another video up here soon. I've got a deep fake going of Senator Palpatine, but with the face of Hyde the Pain Herald, which